You know, every day I read something that makes me go, really? And I feel like those kind of days should be subsided by now. I mean, I've been on this planet now for enough time that you think that I would have heard everything. But nope. Greed and being money hungry knows no bounds. And now I'm not even talking about a company this time. I usually am when I use, those two phrases. But no, I am talking about the sad people that are nobodies that are clinging to the little bit of fame they once had and trying to re-cash in on it because Fortnite happens to use their dance. My name is Fanta, you are watching Fantavision, and today we're discussing all of these morons that are getting really upset at Fortnite for using their dances. You can't copyright a short dance. Now, you can copyright, from what I've heard, a long choreography of a bunch of people dancing, all synchronized, all that kind of stuff. I've heard that can be copywritten. However, you cannot copyright body movements by one person. That's not a thing, okay? You don't see football players getting in trouble for doing some dance that they may have seen somewhere else. It makes no sense to me. There have been dances in so many video games. And I do want to say that there is money involved in a lot of these dances. A lot of them are purchasable in other games, either through loot box or microtransactions. So this is not the first game that has done this. However, Fortnite is the target of all hatred right now because it is the biggest game right now. It's huge. It's monumental. It's on everything. And because of that, people are looking at this insane success and going, how can I cash in on this? So these has-been losers are trying to do that. And you know what? Some of you may defend them. Some of you may go, well, Fanta, they created these dances. They should be compensated in some way. Maybe, maybe, but there's no grounds for suing here. Maybe if they contacted Epic and went, hey, could I at least get my dance? Could I at least have the dance named after me? I mean, the thing is the people that are suing, first of all, we have some 16-year-old called the Backpack Kid. I mean, look at that fucking haircut. Nobody gives a shit about you. You've got 3.7 million views on your video. You've made the money off your terrible dance. And you have one song, which is terrible, by the way. It's awful. It makes that terrible Friday song look like a fucking masterpiece. Oh, and then the other person that's suing is the Fresh Prince guy, Alfonso Ribeiro. I'm trying to remember what his name was in the Fresh Prince. The Carlton. His name is Carlton, and it's called the Carlton, and it's in a ton of games. If I can find the GIF that has all of the games that it's in, I'll put it right here. It's in so many freaking games, and yet he's targeting Fortnite because that's the cash cow. That's the one that's just making tons of money. Even though these other games that he's had his dance in have made money, but not Fortnite money. They did not make the Fortnite money. And of course, I call him a has-been loser because he was on that one thing that everybody knows him from, and now he's been in fuck all since then. He has a fun residency on the Game Show Network. Good job. Good job. That is the extent of your fame now. And I know I'm just a lowly YouTuber. I haven't accomplished being on a hit show. But you know what I'm not doing? Take money I did not earn. He even fucking said in the article when he was talking about it, he was actually inspired by Bruce Springsteen and Eddie Murphy. So it's not like, it's his own original dance anyway. And as for the 16-year-old kid, even if he created that floss dance or whatever it is the most cringy, shitty dance I've ever seen, and I fucking hate it. I hate that fucking dance so much. I don't know why. There's something about that dance that just makes me angry. I know that a lot of people are that way over Fortnite, and I can see why, because of how much fucking cringe that game has created. But man, that is one of the cringiest fucking dances I've ever seen in my entire life. And I think it's also because so many fucking people have done it. I mean, it's in the terrible rewind thing. It's fucking terrible. So I hope he gets $0 from that, because he deserves nothing for creating that awful dance. It's terrible. And it's a fucking dance. If you're that sad and petty that you can't make something in your own life, that you have to go after a video game because they took your dance. I mean, even the Scrubs guy, I mean, this was a while ago, at least he didn't sue, but he's like complaining like a little kid that he wasn't going to do the dance for the audience, because he's like, no, if you want to see my dance, go play Fortnite. They jacked that shit.
But girl, if you want, no. If you want to see it, you can play Fortnite, because they jacked that shit.
It's like, you're the free dance. And the reason that dance is in the game is because they really liked your dance. They liked your character in that show. And again, what the fuck is that guy doing? I'm pretty sure he's in the Game Show Network too. I remember I was watching the Game Show Network with my girlfriend for some reason, and they enjoy it, whatever. And like, I called it the channel of failed dreams and failed careers. It's just the channel of dead careers. Because I believe, yeah, the Scrubs guy is on there. He's in one of those game shows, one of those random fly-by-night game shows. And it's just, oh my lord. It's even cringier than those terrible dances and the terrible memes that come out of Fortnite, that people are suing over dances. I mean, those people are by far cringier than anything some little kid could popularize. Oh my god. These are grown adults getting butthurt that their dance moves were used in a video game. That's what's happening right now. And again, you could disagree with me. That's fine. That's completely fine. That's up to you guys. You can have your opinion even if it's wrong. But it's just something so simple. And if you start copywriting dances, I mean, the copyright system is already a fucking mess. If you're gonna get really butthurt that a game is putting your dance in it, if for some reason I could dance and they put that dance in a video game, I would not expect to get money from it. I mean, you're most likely to get more notoriety from it. If people enjoy that specific dance and a lot of people buy it, sure, you're not seeing any money from it, but they're gonna wonder where the origin of that dance came from. I mean, how many people have tried to sue World of Warcraft for all the dances that are in that? Nobody. I've never heard of anybody suing over a dance in a video game before. This is new territory of pathetic. It's just sad. And I have a lot of other stories that I need to cover. People have been sending articles about Fallout and a couple other things. But I wanted to talk about this first because it's just so sad that more and more people are joining in on this. It's just pathetic. If you feel that you have to sue over your dance, obviously you're not doing well enough in your current career. Remember Lindsay Lohan, I think it was, that tried to sue for being a loading screen in Grand Theft Auto 5? It was just some blonde chick. It's not you. Look at yourself in the mirror. You really think that looks like you? No. All those drugs really fucked you up. I mean, my lord. Some of those child stars have not aged well. Drugs, guys. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. That was completely off task and tangent, but I wouldn't be surprised if more failed careers, failed actors, people that are no longer as famous as they once were, try to cash in on stuff like this in the future. And that's why I don't want these to win. I want them to make $0 because this is fucking stupid. I don't want any has-been actor in the future just go, you know, I'm going to try to cash in on whatever the hell that is for including this one thing I did in this show forever ago. That's stupid. That's like if you make a reference in, let's just say Family Guy, if they had to pay for every reference, they're getting copyright strikes for every reference they make to something else. This show wouldn't exist. And I'm sure a lot of people would enjoy that show not existing. But there's references in the Marvel movies to other movies. I mean, references are a thing. Are they going to try to copyright those too? Oh, well, you mentioned this movie in your movie. You can't do that. That's copyright now. You can't do that. You can't even mention what happens in another movie inside your movie. And it's just ridiculous. It's so stupid. And I've been a victim of wrongful copyright. So if you broaden what is able to be, copywritten, you're going to have more instances of that. We're going to have YouTubers starting to get sued for dancing a certain way. I mean, that's ridiculous. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like if you enjoyed this video. It's just so stupid. It's sad. Admit defeat or try to do something new. Try to push your career further if you feel unhappy. I understand. It must be insanely stressful to go from very famous and popular to not at all anymore. From, wow, I really like this character in this TV show, you're recognized all the time, people are asking for your autograph, to nobody gives a shit about you. Welcome to the Game Show Network. So, I understand that's probably very stressful, but taking that stress out on something that is doing well, just because they have your dance in there, I mean, you're becoming relevant again with that dance in that game. And I know they're trying to become even more relevant by being in the news again and having their face out there. But you're becoming relevant as a fucking douchebag. Carlton, you're a fucking douchebag. Backpack Kid was always a fucking douchebag. I mean, don't listen to that video. Don't. It's awful. I listened to like 15 seconds just because I was like, who is this kid? What does he do? Oh, he has this really... What the fuck is this? What is this? This is not a hairstyle. This is awful. This is just terrible. And it's just sad. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic day. Even if you're a failed actor. Make something of yourself. Do something. Do something else. I don't know. Make a podcast. I don't know. Joe Rogan did it. Worked out for him.